But you know, when I talked about sacrifice, when we talked about sacrifice and selflessness, I know we're not trying to put in people who are in abusive relationship, who have been abused emotionally, mentally, sexually, financially, mentally. So, at what point do we know that we need to seek coaching, seek counseling, and go to a marriage clinic for help? And that's when I go. And secondly, you talked about being able to get into the fullness of the nature of God's love. How do you think we can actually press into that all the way and every step of our marital journey so that we enjoy the fullness of the blessings that are really embedded in marriages?
Okay, so let me answer your question. See, let me start with the one of abuse. You see, that talk or that issue of abuse is deep. And physically. Every form of abuse. Okay. But you see something. The man that will abuse you, you will know. The man that will abuse you,
but
you will know.
People say he changed. He wasn't like this.
No. Hold on. Let me explain to you. At the time we are saying that he changed, he will see abuse. You don't develop abuse. It has always been there. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not a skill that you acquire. So now the point is this. I'll give you an example. I was driving one day. I've shared this example a lot, but it's a classic one for me. I was driving one day, and there was this fracas between a driver, a bus driver, a commercial bus driver, and a man in his, I think it was a BMW or something, very fine, sleek vehicle. Now, this guy in the BMW, when that scratch on the vehicle happened, he came down from the car. He was on the verge of rolling up his sleeves to fight the commercial bus driver in Nigeria or Lagos. We call it downfall driver. Now, this guy, who was looking well-dressed,
educated, enlightened, exposed,
he was on the verge of rolling up his sleeves when people began to plead with him to go inside the car. Now, the sister that was on the front seat rolled her glass down and was shouting, "Hey, my boyfriend is going to beat you. Hey. And I'm asking myself, is it that this lady cannot see that this guy has anger issues? But because everything is going well, this guy probably has a good job, the BMW is clean, and you know, at the back of the car, they just came back from shopping. There were so many bags and everything, and you know, everything was nice. But listen, the day some of those things are taken away from the guy, and that anger rises within him, you are the one that he's going to transfer the aggression on. There are signs. And to be honest with you, at the level of courtship, at the level of dating, whatever adjective you like, at that level, there are things that you see. You are dating a guy, and both of you are watching something on TV, maybe many of these comedy something, and everybody around is rolling on the floor in laughter. And you are telling the guy, this is not funny, guy. That guy is a sadist. Those signs are there that somebody doesn't pay attention to anything that has to do with you. All he does is like, I'm attacking the men too much. Let me change it now. Let me talk about it. Like I'm attacking men too much. So you are in a relationship where all the lady is interested in is material things. All she wants is, you're buying this. If you're not buying this, I'm not showing up for this. If I'm not, that one will abuse you emotionally. All those signs are there. But you know what? We get infatuated by this thing we call love. These butterflies in the belly.
That's the definition.
Yeah, and we just lose, yes, we lose those things that we're supposed to be paying attention to, and then problem comes. So, but to go to your question now, if a woman or anyone finds themselves in an abusive relationship, I want to beg you, don't keep it. Let me tell you something about the devil. The devil's strength over any life is in the secrecy. So if you keep it, I've had people very close to me, I'm sure you know that have been exposed to this abuse. The reason it continues going is because you are giving excuses. In fact, it gets to a point where the abuser begins to make you feel that you are the reason for the abuse. Yeah. Like one pastor friend said, I have never seen a man who is married to a karate black belter that beat his wife. Why didn't you beat her? The reason a man is abusing another woman is because he can. The day he can't, he will stop. Haven't you heard stories? At least I know a story very close that the man beats the woman. The man sexually abused the girl. Military people from the barracks carried him to a village, asked him to dig his grave. The man dug that thing for over 6 hours. When the man finished digging, they were there with their guns. They came to pick him up from the house and drove him to a village. After the man dug up the grave, they now told the man that, you see this grave, we are going to keep it. The next time you near that girl, we are bringing you here. And nobody will look for him. That was the last time the man did that. Why? He was doing it because he could. So abuse thrives in secrecy. So speak to somebody. It is, let me say it in pidgin English. Now, person will be alive. They call another person my husband. So if there is once you begin to see that abuse, seek for help.